Welcome back, everybody. It is the Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, No Death Run. It's time. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this, and I have 3 rules for myself. Oh, I thought long about this, and I just figured, you know what? I've got to make it like a true, solid, no death run. So here's the 3 rules. Number 1, I can't use any fairies, okay? Because I mean, you could just farm fairies and then have a bunch of them, so whenever you die, you get healed. So it's just, I don't want to do that. No fairies. Number 2, any sort of hearty meal or hearty foods. I can't do anything that gives me those extra yellow heart containers. And so I'd be fine with like selling those things. I just can't consume them. And that includes like sleeping on like a soft bed at the inn. Those give you yellow hearts as well. But by the way, I'm going to skip these cutscenes here. I know they're so great. We love Zelda. We love Link. We love them together. But let's zoom through this. Anyway, the 3rd rule is I am not going to allow myself to quick travel. So I can't warp or use the Purah Pad to warp anywhere. Light routes, shrines, anything.
Though here it seems almost misty.
So yeah, so no warping. Okay, the main reason for that is you can do that when you're in the middle of battle. So I don't know. I've actually done a good a good fair share of no death runs in this game and Breath of the Wild, and it's actually pretty easy to I don't know, accomplish quite a bit if you use hardy stuff, have fairies, and you can warp whenever you want. It's just I don't want to allow myself to do that. So I mean, it would be nice to quick travel, to warp with the Purah Pad to different areas somehow, but I feel like I have to do, it's like all or nothing, you know? I can either allow it or not. There's no happy middle. I don't know, I can't think of a way that maybe like if I'm not in a battle, but then it's like I could justify like just running away from battle and then warping. I don't know. So I'm just going to say no across the board. No warping, period, no matter what. If I'm falling to my death, I can't whip out the Purah Pad and travel somewhere. Just got to face it. Death is death. So, those are the 3 main rules. I could still use the paraglider. I know some people do like no paraglider runs. I just don't find that won't be as fun, especially if I'm not doing quick travel. It's like I need the paraglider to help me travel long distances to some degree. Yeah, that's it. Also, I'm not one to do like glitches and stuff, so you won't see any like duplication glitches. Maybe I'll try one out later on. I've just never cared for those because it's like, I don't know, it just feels more fun for me to not exploit the game with a glitch and just kind of play it normally. But I mean, to each their own. I don't really care. And then also amiibos. I do have amiibo cards for every Zelda character and every Zelda amiibo for all the way up until I think the Tears of the Kingdom ones I don't have. I have all the other ones. So I know those give you stuff in this game. So I'd be fine with accessing those. They do give like some great weapons, some supplies, but I don't know. Maybe I say no to amiibos. Maybe I just say no to the amiibos because that helps. That just kind of helps give you a bit of an advantage in something like this. I don't know. The jury's still out on that. I'm still thinking about it. Okay, skip through this. Zelda's checking out Link. He looks good. She looks good. Let's move on. This next cutscene with Ganondorf is actually not skippable, so I'll probably just fast forward through it or skip it myself. Just in post-production here, so that's pretty much it. I would normally live stream something like this, like I'd like to, but like ideally it'd be nice to stream it, but this game's such a long game, and sometimes I can go hours in just one playthrough in a no-death run without dying, and it feels good, but it's like it takes so long. So I'm going to try to break things up. I'll have the Heroes Path mode so we can, like,
What is that?
occasionally check on the status of things just to confirm that I haven't died. I don't know. We'll figure things out as we go. But I'm going to try to... the goal is to complete this whole game, the story, just everything, as much as I can without dying. That's the beauty of this game, is I can knock out the entire story before I really do anything else. But I'm going to try to get as many shrines, light roots, just everything. Items, side quests, the main quest. I'm going to try to do as much as I can. So here we go. Here we are. All right. You ready? You ready, Link? Don't die. Don't die. What's the... Did we discover how long it's been since that moment of them seeing Ganondorf to this very moment? Like, was Link out for, like a good couple weeks? Or was he out for, like, 10 minutes? Or...
Link, finally you wake.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know. All right. Here we go. The No Death Run begins officially right this second. Let's pick up the old Master Sword. I truly don't understand the heavy criticism that this game gets. Like, not a single game is perfect, really. But I just feel that this game got so much criticism. It's funny because it really improved upon every bit of criticism that Breath of the Wild had. Like, if you think about it, a lot of people thought the Divine Beasts were different and fun, but, you know, not as good as, like, a traditional dungeon, you know? And others thought... Can I skip this? I can't skip this. And then others thought that... I mean, I know it was a big criticism of Breath of the Wild that it was just a bit too empty in some areas. Like, I feel like I've heard both sides of the coin on that one. Some people thought that they said that that's kind of what made it so adventurous, and that's part of its charm, is there's some empty parts, and it was just like very relaxing and like very immersive. You didn't have to have something around every corner. But it was a bit of a common criticism that it received was that there wasn't enough in the overworld, you know? Like, the world was so big, but maybe they could have added a little more. And then I know that people were upset that this game essentially used the same map. They were worried that it was going to feel like a DLC. I'm sorry, but this map, you could drop me anywhere in this map, and it's like, I would figure out where I'm at and know where I'm at. But in the beginning, it was like, where am I? Like, this truly feels like a new world, a new map. It looks familiar, but it doesn't. You know what I mean? So I just don't get it. I don't get it. I think it improved upon Breath of the Wild in every way. With the only exception being the story. I love the story in Tears of the Kingdom. I love the story in Breath of the Wild. I don't like comparing them because they're both very different. You know? So, I don't know if I have a favorite. I think if I had to choose, I would probably say Tears of the Kingdom is my favorite, because I remember the moment you find out about the Light Dragon and like all that stuff. It was emotional, you know? It was like, holy crap, this is heavy. I don't know. It just felt a bit heavier than Breath of the Wild story. I mean, Breath of the Wild had like the memories and stuff. But outside that, there wasn't too much to go off of story-wise other than just talking with NPCs. But like as far as cutscenes and like an actual story that you'd watch or you'd listen through, there's not as much as this game. And I could tell it seems very intentional. I'm pretty sure before this game came out, somebody confirmed, like, there's over X amount of hours of cutscenes in Tears of the Kingdom compared to Breath of the Wild. Like, it was, like, over double or something. Like, it was something crazy. Oh, gosh. First hit of the no-death run. You know what? You know what? Come on, I jumped backwards. It's alright. We honestly don't even need to worry about that dude. Just get out of here. Let's just make our way over there. Pick up some things along the way because we need it. Sorry, we gotta talk to this guy. Didn't we also discover in this game that the time between Breath of the Wild and this game, it's like a few years, right? I'm pretty sure it's a few years. I like that this game kept the Purah Pad, or, you know, Sheikah Slate-like thing, which is basically, this is basically the same. The paraglider. Like, I'm expecting the next 3D Zelda game, the next big Zelda game, to not be similar to this, but like, we'll have some aspects from this game and Breath of the Wild that will carry on it with us to the next game, and it'll feel familiar in ways, but then it'll have so many other things that are just so different and new. Kind of how every Zelda is. They have its own, they have their own, like, unique thing about them. Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, you know, the masks in Majora's Mask and the time traveling, and then, I mean, the time traveling aspect of Ocarina of Time, and then you think of like Wind Waker, sailing the ocean, also, of course, like changing the wind, Twilight Princess, the whole wolf thing, you know, like there's always something. There's always a hook. These Zelda games, something unique. In Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, it was, well, an open world. I grew up with, like, right in the middle of, well, I guess right at the beginning. I was born, like, before the Nintendo 64 came out. But, like, my childhood is all about those classic consoles. So we had a Super Nintendo. We called it the regular Nintendo, the NES. We had all of the main consoles, and like I have my favorite games on each one, and like they're super nostalgic. Love it. Classic games. But like when it came to Zelda, it was like every game that came out, it was like this new experience. Like, oh man, this is it. This is the best Zelda. Those of you that have watched my stuff before, you'll know my opinion about like the the older Zeldas, like Link to the Past, the OG Zelda, Adventure of Link. Like they're solid games, all three of them. I even think Adventure of Link is really fun if you know what you're getting yourself into and you just buckle down and do it. It's actually a pretty fun game once you get the hang of it. But I just think those three original Zeldas on the Nintendo and the Super Nintendo are solid entries. I'm not saying they're bad games. No, no way. If anything, you could argue that Adventure of Link is, but I still don't even think it's a bad game. Those 3 original Zeldas are great. They're high quality, but I just think after A Link to the Past, you can argue that every Zelda game after that just got better and better and better, and I don't know. I like them. I like most Zelda games after A Link to the Past, I think, are better than those original 3 Zelda games. With the exception of, I don't know, I wasn't the biggest fan of Skyward Sword. I still need to play through it again. It's been several attempts now. I can never get into it.
Only to those with sufficient power.
Skip that. Anyway. Anywho, I can't tell you how many times I've played through this particular section of this game. It's like when you've played through something so much and you're doing a no-death run, it's like you want to be careful so you don't die, but it's like you're also trying to be really fast because you just want to get past like the beginning tutorial part. Let's get this bow and arrow. Okay, what? Okay. Forget about him. Let's just move on. Let's keep going. At some point, I do want to kill enemies because then we get, like, monster parts or, you know, the construct parts. But I'm curious. I just feel like the common like feeling that I get on like social media platforms, mainly Twitter, mainly X, but it's like it's so split. It really is. Like every poll I see that talks about is Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild better. It's almost always 50-50 or 1 or 2% off in one direction. So it's so crazy. But I'm curious, what game do you think is better, Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom? A lot of people, I mean, this is completely subjective. They're both incredible masterpiece quality games. Most Zelda games are not good, they're great. Most Zelda games are in the great category or higher. So it's like, you really can't go wrong in this franchise. That's what I love. So it's like, saying you like Breath of the Wild over Tears of the Kingdom doesn't mean that you necessarily hate Tears of the Kingdom or think it's a bad game. I know there are some people out there that do just despise this game because they feel like it just fell completely flat. I seriously don't understand that thinking unless they were completely expecting like a completely new map, which it really is pretty darn close to a new map because of what they added and changed. I'm sorry. Anyway, this is a discussion that I can go on for forever, like literally. I love both the games, but I give Tears of the Kingdom a slight edge just because it not only recaptured that same like magic and like adventurous feeling that Breath of the Wild gave me when I first played it. I started playing it like a month after launch because I kept watching playthrough videos. I was trying to find a Switch. They were just hard to find, so I had to buy one on like I had to buy one from somebody just online, like Facebook Marketplace or whatever. And I don't even know if Marketplace was around back then. It was something else. Anyway, I bought one from somebody. But it was after like a month of waiting, like trying to find an actual Switch in stores. It was just really hard. Really hard to find. But, oh shoot. Oh shoot! Oh, I thought that was an abyss. Anyway, that magical feeling, you know, that incredible, like, new refresh of a feeling that you got when you first played Breath of the Wild. I think this game captured that feeling for the most part. I mean, you can't completely replicate it, but it got pretty dang close. And the fun factor and the adventurous factor was there for sure. And on top of that, it's just like there are a little bit of like teeny little quality of life changes in this game that they made. I just think the UI is slightly nicer and better. I also think just the way navigating things and even like Now, having your items available to you right here, like food. Just different, just little things they did. Or even this wheel. I like this. It's funny because that's from Skyward Sword, right? The original version of this. I just like that so much quicker. Anyway, there's just little things here and there that I think make Tears of the Kingdom a better game. But honestly, I could go back and forth. At some point, I want to play through Breath of the Wild again after I've given it, you know, some time. I don't think just over a year is enough. I want to give this game more time, and then I'll go back to Breath of the Wild. Anyway, I know I'm playing through all the Zelda games currently. I'm on Oracle of Seasons, and Echoes of Wisdom, because it just came out. But I think next, I don't really know what I'm going to do next. I'll have to think about it. But eventually I'm going to get to Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. And by the way, I'm not playing them in order. Not at all. Which is fine. Just kind of playing what my heart desires. Eventually I'll play Breath of the Wild. Maybe I should play them back to back. Maybe I should, so I have like a more cohesive experience between the two games. Or maybe I don't. I don't know. Maybe I should split them up. We'll see. But I am going to play Breath of the Wild again, and I will play the DLC and everything. That is something I wish Tears of the Kingdom had, was DLC. But that's the other thing is Breath of the Wild felt a little bit more empty. Like, a lot more empty than Tears of the Kingdom did. Again, I know that's some people's cup of tea. They liked it like that. But the DLC gave you more to do, and it was really nice. It was really fun. It gave you more items, gave you different things. The Trial of the Sword was really fun. There's a lot of stuff that the DLC gave that it was excellent. I kind of wished Tears of the Kingdom had a DLC, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it's okay. I was just kind of slightly disappointed when they announced that there was no DLC for this game, like anticipated or planned. So I was like, oh, sad. I don't want this game to end. I don't want the hype to die down. But they're moving on to the next Zelda, I'm sure. I'm excited for it. I'm going to call it right now. It's going to come out in 2029. I know that's a long ways away. This one, came out in 23? I just think it's going to be... No, maybe 2028. Wait, because the Breath of the Wild came out in 2017. This one came out in 2023, so that's 6 years. So yeah, I'll say 2029. Spring of 2029 is when the next Zelda game is going to come out, and it's going to be very different, is my guess. It's going to be open world. I'm guessing it's going to be open world, but it's going to be so different, and it's going to blow our minds. Okay? It'll probably be my favorite Zelda game. Just calling it. You could tell that I'm a bit of a recency bias guy. No, I'm just kidding. My top 3 Zelda games, I'd say, is Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, and Majora's Mask. So it's like nostalgia and a bit of recency bias. I am blinded. I am a fan blinded by many things, but that's okay. Like, why would you pick a game that you don't really care for? Like, that doesn't make you feel nostalgic, or it doesn't just stand out in your mind as like a very incredible recent game. Like, I don't want to stick to my guns and say a classic game is the best in the franchise just because it was among the first and it set a foundation. Like, if I analyze a little closer, if I just take a look a little closer, it's like I have far more fun in game A, B, and C than I do that one. You know what I mean? Just do what you love. I love that there's so many Zelda games because every Zelda game is someone's favorite, you know? So there's that. There is that. Come here. Hey. I need some food. Raw meat. Okay. This creature is a threat. No, it's not. Chill out. I'm going to try to mark things on my map the best I can. I got into a habit of that at Breath of the Wild, especially with pots. Pots especially, and then also like gem locations, like shiny rock stuff. Ugh, I want to. Come on, break more than just one. Is there seriously nothing in these boxes? Oh, arrows. Okay. Oh, whoa, a lot of arrows. Okay. I do understand the criticism of this game where, like, none of the NPCs recognize Link. That sort of deal. I get it. I don't really care for that either. Like, it'd be fun if most characters, like most NPCs, especially ones that were in Breath of the Wild, would remember Link at least to some extent, where they'd be like, "You look familiar," type of thing. You know what I mean? Because technically, in 100% game of Breath of the Wild, Link helped out all these people. You know, all the side quests. So, at the very least, they'd remember somewhat who he was, right? But anyway, it is what it is. I understand, because it's like Breath of the Wild was a lot of people's first experience with Zelda. Like, first real experience. And the same could be said for Tears of the Kingdom, maybe. You know? So I think Nintendo probably wanted just to make a game that was good and, like, understandable by, or understood by both new and old fans alike. I get it. You gotta strike a balance there, I guess. At the same time, it's like, it was kind of weird to see, like, some continuity issues, but honestly, I feel like that stuff really is pretty minor. It ain't that bad. But I understand. I understand that criticism. For sure. I wish there was more, like, larger Sky Islands like this one. And I wish there were more, maybe a little bit more to do in the depths, because you kind of, like, get the hang of the depths. You realize, all right, it's either going to be a mine that I can get a lot of ore from and a secret item, or it's a Yiga hideout, or that's pretty much it, right? Or a big enemy. You know what I mean? Like, there's, maybe I'm probably missing something, but there's, like, a set, like, 4 or 5 things that you can do down in the depths that become a little routine. You know, every time you dive in the depths, it's like you can expect those 4 or 5 things. It's like, okay, you know, it's fun. It's still fun, but it's like, I kind of wished maybe there was a little bit more. I do think, though, after I played through the regular game, I tried to get all the light roots and shrines. That was fun because, yeah, there's, like, different, like, corners and nooks and crannies of the depths that I realized are like, oh, this is a cool spot. This is pretty fun. But maybe I wish there's a little more. It's kind of like the depths map felt a little bit more like the original Breath of the Wild map, where it's like there's lots to do to an extent. Then it does feel empty at times. So I'm in no way saying the depths map is identical to Breath of the Wild's regular surface map. I'm not. I'm just saying it kind of gave off that vibe at times. It felt like there's a lot to do in one area, and then there's just a large space of nothing. Why not pick up that sword? Wait, okay. All right. I get it. I got it. What it do? I have anything else? Oh yeah, the claymore. That's what I picked up. This chest. I've always been curious about Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom randomizers. I don't know if I'll ever get to those anytime soon, but it'd be really fun. I still need to try some of the Game Boy ones, like Oracle of Ages and Seasons randomizers. There's still stuff I have to do with Ocarina of Time randomizers. Like, there's so much out there. small key. Usually these beginning shrines, like, they feel tutorial-y, but there are like a ton of stuff you can pick up from them. Like a ton of supplies and items and stuff. Oh, why? Oh, wow. Okay. Pick these up. One of the first things I like doing in a no-death run of this game that I've noticed is really helpful is just increasing inventory of... Alright, this might be dangerous. Yep, it's dangerous. Okay, let's heal up. There we go. There we go. Give me that construct bow. Give me that rock hammer. Or I guess not. That's fine. Then there's fire fruit over here. I feel like I mean, I'm not like a big hardware dude, you know? Like, I don't really know my stuff that well, but I know some stuff for being a gamer. But I just feel like, given what this game has to accomplish, and on the hardware like the Switch, I feel like it does really well performance-wise. Like, given its scenario, its situation, you know? Given its current specs it has to deal with, it does great. I'm not one to, like, complain over frame rate unless it's, like, egregiously bad. And graphics, I could care less. I grew up in the 90s. I think some of my favorite games are 10, 20, 30 years old. So they obviously don't have the best, like, most visually appealing graphics. Like, oh, I don't even care about that. While it definitely adds to a game's feeling and, like, overall vibe and it you know adds to the quality of the game for sure, but it's like low priority for me. Zelda games are an excellent example of that. You know, high quality games that they don't really follow the norm of, like, they don't follow the ways of all these AAA games that are trying to look so realistic. Like, I kind of like the cell shaded, almost anime, like not anime, but like just the cell shaded look in general. I like it. It looks great. I could get more over here, but I don't really want to. Discovery. Inside cave. Gosh, get out of the way. Keys. I hate keys, but in this game, they're not that bad. They can be annoying, but they're not that bad. Okay. I know, I'll kill it. Kill it in a second. Kill it right now. in my regular playthrough, I didn't find many Koroks. I really didn't. Like I kind of wished I did, but I didn't really focus on Koroks much. I got all the light roots, all the shrines. Got a ton of those bubble frog things. But the shrines and the light roots are like my main priority. They were my main priority in my original playthrough. Oh yeah, 2 keys with 1 arrow. Love it. Let me see something. Is there any way to see a death counter in this game? I know the Hero's Path thing shows you when deaths happen. I think it's been a while since I've played this game. Then again, it feels like yesterday trying to do like a no-death run. Off screen. I don't know. I just don't know. But let's aim this that way just a little bit. And boom! So far, so good. Not too shabby. I feel like the trick, oh my gosh. Trick that I've like learned from doing a no death run on this game is I just think it's overall I just think it's really important to collect like everything as you go. Like take a second and just collect the stuff that you see around you, even if it's you're just in a random spot in Hyrule Field. Like it comes in handy because having food and stuff to heal is excellent. Here's the thing: is I also don't like. So I have my 3 main rules. Okay, I'm not the biggest fan of like healing in the middle of a battle either. Maybe if the enemy music isn't playing, so I'm clearly out of a battle. Then it's okay to heal. I don't know, because a lot of people like it's well, I don't know then, because it's like sometimes an enemy hits you and you don't expect it to take so much damage, and then boom, you're dead. So I don't know. Well, sometimes I feel like maybe you can get away with like just healing over and over again in the middle of battles. Sometimes it's kind of hard to keep up and do that while you're still trying to fight and win. I don't know. So maybe I don't maybe I don't prohibit that. I'm fine I'm fine just being allowed to do that. All right. Shoot this fella. Doot it. Fire fruit is always nice. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, here we go. Then again, it's like sometimes fighting battles just depletes your weapons anyway. Oh boy. So, gotta be careful. You gotta like literally, not even figuratively, but literally pick your battles. You know what I mean? Pick which battles you actually want to engage in. Pick which battles you think are going to be maybe they'll have a better a higher reward. Maybe you just got to make sure that they're a net game. You know what I mean? Like this battle is good because there's a lot of stuff around. Hold on a second. Fuse that. There we go. Like overall, there's more to gain from certain battles, and so you just gotta weigh things. Like, is this going to help me, or am I going to pretty much go through like 5 weapons just to get like one thing in return of this, and it's not even that great? You know what I mean? It's like another thing you got to consider in no death runs, because you need everything you can. It's like, I know there are some people out there that are like so good. What am I trying to do? This. I know there are people out there that are just like really good at this game, and it's like, look, I'm good at the game. I'm not like a speedrunner type good. You know what I mean? Where it's like, or even the type of people that do like only 3 heart no death runs. I don't know. Just doing what I can. Keeping it fun and challenging at the same time. Please wait. Yes, I do. I know them. Chill out. I know. In fact, where are you? There we go. Thought there were stones around here. But I guess not. Okay. Oh, right here. Here we go. Do I have a rock of sorts that I can fuse? Not an axe. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, come on. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. It hit him. What? Oh, I didn't know that it was dead. Usually it makes the noise. Anyway, okay, whatever. Okay, yeah, here we go. Get some zonite. Stock up on this. Let's put a little gem thing here so we know that this is where a good zonite spot is. I use the gem icon obviously for not just zonite, but for regular gems as well. I mean, zonite is incredibly valuable in this. Just when you get like the auto build and stuff, it's like, it's just nice to like have a very large supply of this crap. So yeah, we'll just do our best. We'll do our best. Do our best to keep that. Okay, I feel like my sound levels, are they bad? I just feel like some things are kind of loud. It's okay. I'm assuming it's just fine. I guess I'll find out later. This is the mother load. This is a good amount. A little bit of light here. I would love to take those fans, please. Yes. Zonite capsules. Ooh. Thank you for the fans. Okay. All right. Yes, I know. Oops. Oops. Oh my gosh, stop hooking on to the thing adjacent. There we go. There we go. And drop. And jump. And whoop. And on switch. And let's go. Look at the weapons. Oh, it was earlier. It was like sticking out right through this perfectly. Okay. All right. I have the Gerudo song from Echoes of Wisdom just stuck in my head right now. It's a banger. It's good. Should I go up there? I just want to get off this island. I want to open things up as quick as possible. So, oh, you know, slate maybe faster. No, let's just go this way. Go up there. No. I know. But where's that cave? Oh, it's down here. Yeah, don't want to do that. Yeah, let's just stick to this path here. Give me a pot icon. Nice. And then do I have anything that can... No, I don't. Need to cook something. I'm gonna cook something that gives me cold resistance, but I don't have anything right now. Come on, that was a good fall. You should have died on impact there. More resources. Give them to me. And this is a good one right here. Nice. Whoops. Get up. There we go. Nice. Guess that really didn't save us that much time. Because I had to recover from that. Here we go. Nice pepper. Oh, shoot. Duh, I forgot to grab a pot. Oh, dang it. It's alright, I'll take some of these. I gotta go grab... I forgot to use one of the little gumball machines. Oh yeah, and there's peppers right here. What the heck? How did I miss these? Maybe I'm fine. Alright, so let's use this. Probably should have waited on that, but it's fine. It's 8 minutes. I'm good. Okay. Do-do-do. Do-do. Do-do-do. I'm really liking Echoes of Wisdom so far. It has, like, bits and pieces from Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, like, just quality of life stuff, like, the way that certain things function, UI stuff, like, I really like it. It's still, like, its own little charming thing, but you can tell it's borrowed from Zelda games in the past, including the most recent ones. It's wonderful. Zelda team does such a good job. And I've already seen, like, some pretty harsh criticism about Echoes of Wisdom, like, on Twitter and stuff. Like, I seriously think there are some people out there that if they don't get a remake of A Link to the Past or any sort of Twilight Princess or Wind Waker news, then they think everything else is garbage. I know that's an exaggeration, okay? I know it's truly not how people think. But I just feel like people are so overly critical of this franchise. And it's just funny. It's like, I know people are like that, and it's like they still love and enjoy it, I'm sure, but it's like at the same time they're just so critical. I'm not like that. And in fact, I did my Zelda tier list, you know, and like part 1 came out like a month and a half ago or something. So here's the deal. I need to... Oh, wait, I already marked that. Duh. But I got a ton of engagement on that one video. And it was a ton of engagement. There was some good and some bad. And I was expecting that because I have some unpopular opinions about some Zelda games and about some popular Zelda games. So naturally, I just felt like I'm going to get some pretty nasty stuff, nasty comments about my opinion. I was totally expecting it. And to be honest, like, I wanted people to tell me, like, why they think I was wrong. Not just, like, you're wrong, you suck. Like, I wanted to hear why. Like, tell me why you think I'm wrong about it. Because I'm playing through the Zelda games, and I want to know. So that way, when I go into that Zelda game, I will have those things in mind. I've already changed my thoughts about some Zelda games that I've played so far. It's because of that. It's because of what other people have said to, like, look for, and it's about different ways to try things, and so it's been wonderful. Anyway, long story short, I made that video, gave me a ton of engagement. It was honestly really good for the channel. Like, it brought some subscribers, it brought like views and watch hours and stuff, like all the good analytics I need. But the only issue with it is, I guess, two things. While it does fit my niche a bit, like Zelda, but it's like, I don't know. I do mostly playthroughs. I don't really know if I want to get into like the rankings and analysis and reviews and theories and stuff. Like, I'll do theories and stuff for shorts occasionally, which that's been fun. Come on, stick your stupid little head out. Here we go. But like, that's part of it. It's like, you know what? This really isn't like part of the main stuff that I provide on my channel. So it's like, it's hard to find time and energy to like really, I don't know, devote to videos like that, number one. Number two, it's like, I'm not just the biggest fan in general of like sparking contention and debate and stuff. It's entertaining for me to listen to, like if there were people that were talking about their own reasons for ranking Zelda games. Like, I like listening and tuning into that content, but for me personally, like, actually producing and providing that stuff, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. It's funny because that video did gain a ton of traction, and it was a very successful video in terms of like analytics. But I don't even know if I'm going to finish that series. That was just part one of what I was anticipating to be like a 3-part thing. But I don't even know if I want to finish it because I don't really care as much. I thought I would, but I'm enjoying my life a lot. Okay, come on. I'm enjoying just doing this a lot more, just doing playthroughs and stuff. And my shorts, I think YouTube Shorts will branch out a little more in terms of like what the content's about. Like, if it's going to be more about theories or stuff like that, because that's what I've done in the past, and those have been great. But I think my regular like long form videos like this and live streams are gonna, the majority of them will be centered around just different games, playing games. Zelda, mostly Zelda, but we're gonna dive into other Nintendo stuff too. I just have a lot of Zelda to play right now. So eventually we'll touch other Zelda franchises. Like, I do want to play Metroid Dread again. I actually want to play through Super Metroid. I've played it many times, but I don't think I've ever beat it. And then there's other Metroid games that I'd love to complete as well. That's like a franchise that I really love, but I just don't have as much experience in it. So maybe someday, you know. But yeah, I definitely will get around to stuff. Got all the time in the world. Not day to day necessarily, but you know, we've got just the foreseeable future to work things in. You know what I mean? Like right now, I'm playing 4 different games. No, 5. No, 4. 5. Yeah, 5. Right. I'm doing, and that's the thing is, I don't want to be doing too much, not just because it can get demanding, but should I go up there? Nah, I'll come back for things later, like things that are kind of off the beaten path. Yeah, I don't necessarily want to be doing all sorts of like series, and because then I don't want anything to get left in the dust. But just funny, I say this now, but I'm literally starting this no-death run of Tears of the Kingdom. I've been talking about this for a long time, though. And I have been doing no-death runs occasionally, like here and there. I've been posting like the Mario Bros. 3 ones. I've mentioned how I wanted to do a Zelda one. This will be more of a longer series, because I hope to not just die here in the first part. And while Mario, it's a little quicker. I can get through the whole game. Like, if I died and stuff and allowed myself to die, I can get through the whole game in like just like an hour or two. But playing a no-death run of that game, it's still relatively quick. Anyway, so I'm playing this, playing Echoes of Wisdom. I have an Ocarina of Time randomizer going on. I have a Legend of Zelda, like the NES version, randomizer. And I have Oracle of Seasons. I'm almost done with Seasons. And probably like in the middle of the Ocarina of Time randomizer one. I got to find ways to balance out the schedule, not just for like recording sakes, but also for like posting. Like I just want to make sure that I don't accidentally leave a game behind, you know? I kind of already did that with Super Mario 64. It was just, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I was just kind of more invested in other games at the moment. So I'll come back to it though. But I don't want to do that to any more games. Like I want to be able to balance things, do what I want, while at the same time like taking suggestions. I mentioned this a while ago, but I do have a Patreon that I'm starting. I want there to be ways that like we can build more of a community, like Discord, Patreon, have different ways to support the channel and also to like get more involved, like different perks and benefits to people that are members of the channel, not just simply joining just to join. But, like have actual stuff that people can do, you know? Like I would love for game recommendations and even like maybe multiplayer stuff in the future. That's what's hard right now is I can't really do anything multiplayer because my recording schedule is so weird. It's so obscure that it's not very flexible to anybody else. Maybe someday though. It's like, I don't know. I have to look back though. Last year when I started the channel, it's been over a year now since I posted my first video, but it's like things have changed so much since then. For the majority of things, like for the better, like for good, you know. I'd say like everything. Everything's been good. Every change since the beginning has been great. Grown a ton. I've figured out a different schedule that's very different from what it used to be. But it's like, it's working, you know? It's working well. But I just want to stay on top of things, and then hopefully in the future when this becomes more of like a full-time thing, like I feel like that's everybody's content creation dream, is they want to make their content creation channel or whatever, they want to make it a full-time gig. Yeah, that's like, sure, that's like long-term goal for me, but it's like I don't want to get hung up on that because I don't want to slack off on like, I don't know, I just don't want to fall short in anything else in my life. Like this is seriously a hobby that I do put a lot of time in, but it's like I enjoy it. I play video games anyway, so it's like I might as well record the majority of me playing now. So anyway, it's been nice. It's been fun. But I don't want to focus on like, oh yeah, making YouTube a full-time gig. Like I don't want to focus on that. If I just keep doing what I'm doing, I just know eventually like it very well could be. But there's a good chance that it won't. And it will just remain a hobby. So I've got to treat it like a hobby. I don't want to treat it like something that I'm relying on, you know? And the way that like YouTube does ad revenue and just how YouTubers get money and stuff, like it takes a lot of work and effort, and it's like I don't want to have to rely on something like that, especially at this phase in my journey on YouTube. It's like I don't care about that, you know. I'm excited for it. Like, I would love to be a part of the partnership program. I'm almost at the milestones I need to hit, but it's like I've never really stressed about hitting them as quick as possible because just from what I've learned. Let me skip this. Oh my gosh, can I skip it? Oh my gosh, no. I've learned in just various bits of research that if you like focus on stuff like that, then you'll get burnt out. I totally agree. And like what I've been researching and stuff, what I've heard is that what you just need to focus on is just being consistent and doing what you love, because then like time will just fly by. You'll be successful because you're doing what you love, so that means you're going to be putting your heart and soul into it. You're going to be making quality stuff, and you know, there's an excellent chance that there's a lot of people that love the same things that you do. I mean, so many people love Zelda. But like, it's not like I'm this like spectacular creator that everyone has to watch. It's like what sets my channel apart is like, I don't know. I'm striving for just a sense of community, and it's funny because I've felt that with different channels that have done similar things as what I'm doing. So it's like I just want to pay that forward and do the same thing. So just grow that Zelda community, you know. Gain friends, play awesome games. It's like possibilities are endless. I only need a few things. I just wanted to get a couple of these just in case. Maybe I should get more. Yeah, let's load up a bit. Here we go. Anyway, sorry, that was a huge ramble of just all sorts of nonsense. No, I'm just kidding. It's not nonsense. It's good stuff. But yeah, anyway, I do want to make like a video and stuff. Here's the thing. It's like, while yes, I am rolling out Patreon, pretty soon I'll be able to accept like members on YouTube because I'm about to hit that milestone and whatnot. But I don't know. I want to keep things simple because the whole point of like YouTube memberships / Patreon patrons, they'll basically be the same thing. We'll see. But it's all about growing the community side of things. So I just want to focus on that. That's like the main priority. Because then I think everything else would take care of itself. Okay. Link, you can chill, dude. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Weeble wobble. Weeble wobble. Okay. Boom. Okay, all right. Dude, you can chill out for a minute. Give me your shield. I would love that. I don't care about your sword as much. I want the construct parts. Thank you. This tutorial is very long. It is, in my opinion, like twice the length of Breath of the Wild. But it's just because I think the Great Sky Island feels bigger. At least I feel like you just have to traverse like more land and stuff. There's like more you have to do because you have to use the abilities, you know? When in Breath of the Wild, it's like you just have to get to the 4 shrines. You don't necessarily need any of the runes that you get in order to get to each one, right? I don't think you need any of them. You can just get to them. I remember playing No Death Runs, like trying to speed through that, and it was like getting through the Great Plateau. It probably takes you like 20 minutes. Maybe a little longer. Maybe 30 minutes. But this is taking us like a good part of an hour, maybe more. All right, let's skip this. Meets Zelda. If you're here for the story and like all the cutscenes, I'm sorry. I'm not going to be watching at least these first ones. I've seen them so many times by restarting it, you know. But maybe we'll watch other stuff. It is recall, Link. I believe Zelda has given you the ability to go backwards in time. Kind of. To manipulate time in a focused region of your vicinity. Oh, come on. Ah, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. Thank you. Boom. Okay. So here's the big question. So this is what I typically do in this sort of no death runnage. I typically, once I get down to Hyrule Field, I will typically doesn't matter. I don't want to talk to you. I meant to go up the staircase. Yeah, just smiling. But I typically just kind of do as much as I can around Hyrule Field, like a bunch of different shrines and whatnot. I don't really ever go to a particular region to continue the story, just because I do like to try to get as many shrines as I can. It just helps with, since I'm not doing quick travel, it won't matter as much for that. But heart containers, and stamina vessels. So I'll focus on making it to different shrines and doing things along the way, but as far as like a particular region, I don't really have one. I don't have one in mind. Like, I just got to think, what do I like? Like, what, I don't know, because I don't really want to face, like, massive bosses and go into the temples with a low count of heart containers. I would like... Okay, so here's the deal. This is the conundrum I face. Oh, it's a no-death run, and I'm not warping. I've got to go all the way back here. Okay, fine. So be it. We're not warping. We're going to just do it. It's all right. Just get one of those little bird things. Wings. Fly. Fly back. The old-fashioned way, I guess. I guess. That's clear up there. Oh my gosh. I don't even know if I can make it unless I do warp. Fine. This is the only warping I'm going to allow, is just to go back here to get past this tutorial. Okay? All we're allowing is this one thing. I'm not even going to be allowed to travel back to any other spot. Just this, because to be quite frank, I don't really know how to get back up there without doing this. So I don't know. I don't anticipate having to do that anywhere else. So let's just assume, that'll be the only time. Let's just assume that. Little shortcut, do this, and then kind of find your way to just... Oh, come on now, Link. Come on, quick. Quick. Come on. Oh, I've done this before. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, is it just going to be there? Is it just going to be that one teeny little spot? Oh, no. Okay, good. All right. All right. Oh, wait a second. Shoot. I accidentally... Hold on a minute. Wait, no, the shrine's in here. That's right. Going the right way. I'm going the right way. I'm fine. It's in here. There we go. There we go. And then... Okay. Okay, sweet. Whoops, we'll do the recall stuff. We'll be done with the tutorial here. Didn't really mean to do that, but I just did it anyway. Whoops, recall. I'm curious, do you like the runes from Breath of the Wild better, or do you like the abilities from Tears of the Kingdom better? They are so different, so it's like, how can you truly compare? You know? It'd be cool if at one point you had both. That'd just be too much, maybe. I don't know. It'd be cool. Maybe there's mods out there. I'm sure there are. A bundle of arrows. In this game, arrows are a hot commodity. You don't find them around as much. Ready, set. Whalesir? Whalesir? This was the last orb. The last light of blessing. Go get ourselves a heart container. Get ourselves a heart container. So yeah, I'm not gonna travel. I'm not gonna quick travel anywhere from here. I'm just gonna have to fly down there. Good old fashioned way. All right, where is? Yeah, that is the dude for batteries. Do I have? I probably don't have anything. Duh. Need the crystals or whatever. Okay. 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 Not even gonna use a fan. Just gonna do it the old-fashioned way. There is a way that you can get back to the very back before you do anything, like without you doing the shrines. I actually think I posted a short on it. But there is a way you can get to through the Temple of Time without having to push open those doors. You just climb up and around. It's actually kind of fun to pull off. It's a lot of precise climbing and falling and climbing and falling. If that makes any sense. Right, I do not want to die right here. That would be annoying. There we go. Don't drown. I don't want to have to come all the way back. There's a lily pad. Get on a lily pad. Just do it. Thank you. Thank you. Also curious, do you like the Great Sky Island, like tutorial beginning area better, or do you like the Great Plateau? Part of me, I don't know, part of me kind of likes the Great Plateau a little better. I don't know. I don't know. I just, maybe I like the old man. I like the king and like that whole aspect of it. I like how he's like your tutorial helper dude. Raru's cool and all, but it's like mysterious because you don't know who he is. But, well, I guess that's the same with the old man. But it's like, I think I liked that better in Breath of the Wild. I just preferred that. This was still incredible and still fun. Just this, after replaying it many times, it's kind of annoying how long this beginning part is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We've got 4 heart containers. It's about dang time. It's like, I'm ready. Can't suck the life out of me now. It was this scene from the trailer that had everybody just like, whoa. Like the dragons, the door, and like you pushed it open. It was cool. It was cool. Let's skip this. Yep. Zelda needs us. Gotta find her. She's over here somewhere. Right? I mean, right? Isn't she? I don't know. We'll find her. We'll find her. We'll find our girl Zelda. We'll find her. We'll find her. Yeah, so you can get to this part without going through that door. You just have to climb. But this little orb here where you give Zelda the Master Sword, it is not here. Skip this, and here we are. We are done with the tutorial. We can now head to the Kingdom of Hyrule. Do-do-do. Dee-dee. Wah-wah-wah. Wah-wah-wah-wah-wah. While we're up here, mark that. Mark that. There's a lot more. I know. There's one there. Let's see. Any others? There's a ton. They kind of surround. Oh, duh. And then that one. Let's just do that for now. Oh, wait a second. There's another one right here. And there's another one. I just saw another one, like right around here. Oh, probably that one. I don't know. Maybe it was. All right, we used all of our pins. It's crazy that there's more shrines in this game, right, than in Breath of the Wild. I think. Yeah, because you have the sky as well that you have to worry about. So naturally, there would seem like there's more. Pretty sure there's like 20 to 30 more. I thinky. Get up. Hyrule Kingdom. Here we are. Okay, well, let's head to the tower so we can get our paraglider. Go from there.